So I talked about some of the things I'm healing, and I healed with myself and the health side of things. On a more tangible note, what I'm working on is doing. I'm going to do a weekly gig. I think I have the date and time lined up, but just to make sure, I'm going to phone later today. So it's going to be once a week here in Kaslo. Stay tuned for that. And then we're also doing the Patreon page and getting set up with my music onto Spotify and getting set up so I can record myself. And I got DJs. Actually, I got a show coming this Friday of Jazz Fest for playing for the youth. And I got all three of my DJs say they're coming, so I hope that they all come. Neurotic Nev, Rogue Effect. Neurotic Nev is from Kaslo, Rogue Effect from Nelson, and Preety, DJ Eric Preety, and he comes from Roslyn. Preety is my oldest fan. He's the first one that ever said he liked my music. So, yeah, I'm stoked to have those three DJs. Hopefully they can all come and they can meet each other because they don't know each other. And that's really exciting. We're setting up to get grants and to get funding. And reaching out here for help. It's been extraordinarily difficult to get help, and I think it was probably me stopping it. I wasn't really prepared and didn't really know and understand. I had a lot of pride. I didn't necessarily want anyone to help me. I didn't want to, for example, get help from any sort of, government funding and stuff that was going to label me and say, you're this and you're that. And it's like, nah, I know what I am. I had a lot of head injuries, and I got beaten a lot, and things that I caused. I probably fought back too much and had a little bit too much of an attitude, and I was cocky, and was I completely in the wrong? Absolutely not. I was completely victimized at times, but I'm not perfect either, and so I went through these, and I came out of it, and I'm not a victim, and I want to help and share people to understand this. So yeah, it'll be a once a week thing, and then setting up to do festivals. I'm going to be looking forward to doing tours and just doing lots of these videos on Patreon, and having one-on-one therapy sessions with people. And so you can reach out to me if you want to meet up with me in person or over this, and I can tell you how I did it and walk you through. Essentially what it is I'll teach you is how to ask yourself questions so you can become your own doctor. And I'll explain how that works. The other part that you do is you go to health food stores and you just talk. This is what I did, and I just started hanging out with the people that own there. And you just spend your money at a health food store. You spend your time at a health food store. And you talk to the owner, and you just get new products. You find out about things like ashwagandha for the thyroid, and holy basil, again with the thyroid, but it makes you happy. St. John's wort, which is a great one to get through antidepressant. I also used 5-HTP, which helped me get through my depression times. And then I did different cleanses. I did a liver cleanse, but there's a red rose cleanse. There's changing your diet, removing gluten, removing dairy. Different things. They make you sluggish, they make you tired, they make you sad, some of them. So you put probiotics, happy, and you just flush all the things out. So there's a lot of things that I have in knowledge, and a lot of things I've been working on. So you can find out these things from me by reaching out to me and coming to the events. I'll post posters on here and let you know where my weekly event is going, and really focus on doing this mostly for ourselves. I have help, but for myself, so that I can be in control of my destiny, and I'm not following suit with some of the the industry standards that I don't necessarily agree with. So we're going to set a new tone. And I also want to play into the tone that's already been set by guys like Macklemore, Kendrick Lamar, and Kanon. These are three artists in hip-hop that have really set the tone. When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. So there's people already doing what I want to do and what I am doing. So I'm not trying to say I'm inventing the wheel. Macklemore is already doing it. Macklemore's huge, and Kendrick Lamar. Be humble. These kind of things are huge. John Connor is another guy to look out for. He's working with Dr. Dre right now. Of course, Eminem. Pharoah Monch is my favorite, but without going too much into my favorite artists. So yes, thank you for checking it out. Thank you for the support. This is what you're supporting, is a guy who needs to pay his bills and eat food and feed my dog. I'm behind on all the things, so Any funding is going to go directly into, I just had an account go to collections a couple days ago, and things like that. And the debt was created to save my life, and I can explain. So just ask me how. What do I mean it saved my life? During this time, instead of going to rehab, I did it on my own. I turned my house into a rehab center. So essentially all the money I had, the line of credit, I just used to pay my bills. And I cut down issues. Like, I call it more good, less bad. I started eliminating toxins, and didn't eliminate Facebook beeps, apparently. I just reached out to my DJs, so I bet you that's one of the DJs getting back at me. So I'll leave it there, and thank you for tuning in. I'll keep making these videos, and without making too redundant and repeating myself, but I want to get my message across. So thank you for the help and support, and peace out.